I have made a serious lapse in my judgment, and I'd like to formally apologize to King Kodiak 87. So apparently the top right corner is the Imperial, and I don't know why I just wasn't bothered to read it, but I always thought this was the Breton, so I got confused. I'd like to formally apologize to you, bro. But regardless, you'll be getting this video before you get the other one. You understand why I'm apologizing once you see the other video. I'm gonna go ahead and quickly just record and edit this one first, but anyways. I'm so sorry, bro. I'm just an idiot. Anyways, let's go to the Breton. So I can see what you guys mean by when you struggle with making a good Breton. As there's really nowhere to go with this, is there? You have to go with the base face. Start off with the default Breton face. Carrying their goods and learning from their adventures. What was I, a slave? What is this? A high rock sounds a bit more push. So let's go ahead and do that. Okay, so type 1 and type 2. You guys wanted a Breton video, but I don't know what you guys... To be honest, this isn't actually a bad female. I could actually make a decent looking female character. The only thing is, look, with the female characters, I don't want to make a female because I'm waiting for mods. However, I could definitely make a good female character too. If you guys want to see a female character, let me know, and I'll make a good female character for you guys too. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and make a male character. Jesus Christ, this guy's got a receding hairline as well. He's got the full-on McDonald's symbol up there. Great, let's go ahead and get things started. You already know what we're going to do for the eyebrows. We're going to lower down the eyebrows. Now, for the Breton, the guy already naturally looks very angry, so you don't want to actually lower the inner ridge. You actually want to increase it. So, because if you lower it, like, when it's natural, he naturally looks very angry. Like, he looks like he's about to kill you, which you can have this, if you want this face, I mean, sure, go for it. But what I'm trying to say is, in some dialogue interactions, you don't want to be constantly looking angry for no reason. So if that's the case, then you would want to increase this, you know, to give you a more natural look. However, if you do want to look kind of serious and kind of annoyed, and you know you want to, yeah, look pretty mean and intimidating, then yeah, sure, go for it. You can leave this at 0, and you could even take it even further. Jesus, I haven't seen, I could even go further than this. Oh god. I've never seen a man so angry in my life. But you get the whole idea and you get the whole point. It's just too much for me. So yeah, like if you want to look angry, I'd say go around no lower than -5. If you want to look neutral, go around -20, right? Maybe around there, maybe a little bit lower. You also don't want to be in an awkward phase of being in between both. You want to sort of either look angry or look normal and straight. So yeah, and the outer ridge, we're going to keep it around -44. You can actually lower it quite a bit, especially with the Breton. No harm would be done if you lower it a bit more. But yeah, it's completely up to you. Very, very minimal changes in the corners. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and leave mine around -60, -44. Around that area should be fine. So I'm going to leave it around you know, let's leave it around the middle. Let's leave it at -50. Okay, so now the cheeks. I struggled here quite a bit. I could understand why you guys are struggling with making a decently attractive Breton character. Now, if you guys can see, like, if you think that the cheekbones are a bit too much for my character, then by all means you can change it in this section right here. You can make it more round, right? Instead of making it more towards the left, you can just push it more towards the right, and you would still have a decent enough face. However, just so you know, you're gonna have to reapply the beard again, because yeah, there's a glitch on this game where if you put the beard on and then you change stuff afterwards, yeah, it messes up the game. So it's completely up to you. But you can either have super prominent cheekbones. The only issue is, like, look at this angle, look at the right cheekbone. Can you see that disgusting bump? You look weird, right? So if you don't want that, then by all means you can just go ahead and increase it just a bit to hide that, which is probably what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go ahead and keep it at around this. At this point, I'm just gonna take off the facial hair because it's confusing us. It's causing way too much of a distraction. You can leave it around -63, or you can put it a little bit higher and take it back to like -9. However, the more you increase it, the more that side thing starts popping, and it starts popping very early too, especially with the Breton, and I really do hate it. So around -48 could be good, I feel like. Play around with this and see which face you like the best. Okay, now with the chins, you guys already know what I do. I let it stick out just a little bit in both of these categories. So yeah, to be slightly out there. Now we don't want it to be all the way out there where you're starting to look like Quagmire, obviously, or I want it to be a little bit out there, not too much. A low number could be fine too. Now with this, shallow or deep, obviously we'd want it to be kind of deep so we can get that jawline sticking out. You can even make this a little bit more extreme. If you want your jawline to stick out even more, then go for it. You should be fine. Now with the chin, as always, we do have a large chin. With every single character you create on this game, with every single male character you create on this game, they already have a natural large chin. So I went ahead and lowered mine. If you want, increase it and just keep it normal, then go for it. But yeah, I don't know. For me, the chin is just too big. You can make it slightly shorter too. I also made it thinner because the natural chin is pretty wide. It does suit the face shape, doesn't look bad, but it's just, I don't know, for me it's a little bit too much. Now, the eyes, I made it a little bit up, just a tad bit, just so the hunter eye effect is a little bit more prominent. Made them slightly more together because of how we edited the nose, and I'll get into that in just a second. Now, the face, another key area which you're going to need to play around with. Do not play around with the first option. It is a troll option, and you shouldn't touch it. Now, the Celian, I kind of touched it. I didn't really notice too much of a difference, but I think it actually helped. Now, light or heavy, this is your face fat. This is how fat you want your face to be, and this is also another key stat that you can play around with. That's going to help you shift this face into the face that you want. However, you will need to go back and readjust your chin settings, because as you can see, my chin is retracted massively. Just by doing that and by giving myself a little bit more face fat, I would be getting my chin back. So if you're going to play with it, make sure you do go back to your settings and just make sure everything's right, you know, just give it a nice little twirl around your character, just in case your chin decides to disappear. You can play around with this setting too, and it is going to affect how your face looks completely. As you can see, how round your face is, if you want to look like a football or not, it will impact the way your character looks. Now, you don't want to look completely sucked like a testicle, because the Breton's so weird with how the side of the eyes look. I feel like we need a bit of face fat, we need a little bit of roundness to make up for that weird bump on the side of your eyes. And currently right now, we have a nice, decent looking face that looks human. And we are very grateful to be able to look human on this game. But yeah, same thing with this. Either is fine as long as you don't go too extreme on either way. It is the same issue. To be honest, even this, it doesn't look that bad. Right? Like, you can easily go for -60 and it would still work. Right? You don't see anything wrong. If you just keep scanning the jawline, scanning the cheeks, looks pretty normal. Looks like a pretty normal face. However, if you was to go completely the other direction, however, you are gonna look yeah, anyways, let's just go back. Yeah, I'd say if you're gonna go towards the right, don't go beyond like 15. You can pretty much lower this down if you want to on the other side. What I'd recommend, I don't know, I feel like -35 goes well, especially because we made his, you know, face a bit round through the other stats as well. Like, you can make this lower and make this higher, play around with it like that too. But this is pretty much what I'm going to go for. Okay, now the forehead, we gave it a little bit of a shorter forehead because your forehead is quite... The bigger forehead you have, the older your character's going to look. It's going to look like your hairline's gone back, and you don't want to look like that, right? You already do look like that in real life, and you don't want to be looking like that in the game as well. So let's just go ahead and give ourselves a tad bit of a shorter forehead. That way our hairline looks on point, and it makes us look younger too. Great. Now the jaw. Now the only real setting that I did touch here was going to be this neck slope, and again, this is going to make your jawline stick out further. It won't be bad. Like, you can definitely make it work. You do have a nice jawline here, but I would say even if you're going to go extreme, go around like 70 max. With me, you could just not risk it and go with like, I don't know, 50, 55. If you're going to go to the max though, I would recommend max 70 or maybe 75. But yeah, do as you wish. I don't know, it just makes it look more manly if you go more towards the right. So it depends on the character you're trying to portray. If you want to look a bit more manly, go towards the right. If you want to look a bit more, have a softer looking face, then yeah, sure, go towards the left a tad bit. I'm going to go ahead and leave this around 25 for myself. We are almost done. I got 37 for the first setting, and then I got 20 for the over and under buy, and I inflated it up to 30, and I made it a tad bit smaller, and I also puckered it just a little bit up to 6. That is it for the mouse settings. Now for the nose settings, the first option we got -12, the other option we got +11, the other option we got -. Anyways, you guys can see. Anyways, you guys can pause it and see. I'm not gonna go through it one by one. That's too long. I can't be honest. Right, and then here's the next setting. Here's the next page. Right, here's the bridge. Okay, all good. Yep. Pause it. All good. Nostrils. Yep. All good. Pause it. Yep. Celian. Good old friend Celian. Now, the reason why we put the eyes slightly together is because over here we made the Celian a little bit wider, which is going to drag your eyes apart a bit. So that's why we had to pull the eyes back again together. So remember, when you're creating these characters, some of the settings you change are going to change other settings that it shouldn't change. So make sure you go over your character. Make sure you spend time here looking at your character and making sure you're happy with it. And that's what I did. Now for the nose, it's not a masculine nose at all. I kind of tried to give it a bit of a more feminine nose. It's definitely not masculine. It's not like a super sharp angular eagle looking nose. You can even make this a bit shorter too. If you feel like it's sticking out a bit too much, you can definitely make it shorter, like -24 and stuff. It definitely won't hurt. If you feel like the nose is too big, you could change. But yeah, that is it for the character customization. Now for the eyes, you already know what I do. I always give my characters like grey eyes or white eyes. So yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Now for the skin, if you do want to add some more warmth to your skin tone, you can go ahead and select this skin tone right here. It does add a bit more color to your skin, and you know, makes you look a little bit more alive. So yeah, if you do want to go for it, then go for it. If not, you can, by all means, like, you know, you can stay with the default color too. It's completely up to you. However, the one thing I always do is going to be adding freckles. I do have freckles in real life. So yeah, we're going to go ahead and do that. And now it's time for the makeup. I didn't touch the lip color. I don't think I need to touch it. But if you do want to touch it and give it a bit more color, then sure, go for it. Now, the eyeliner, you can go for the black eyeliner. Jack Sparrow uses it, the Vikings used it. Don't be so insecure. Don't think, oh my god, eyeliner, that's gay, or eyeshadow, that's... There has been a lot of males in the past that have used an eyeliner that were definitely not gay, so... Okay, now let's talk about the hair. The only hair option that you really have, this one right here, let's be honest, is one of the best haircuts in the game. And it's probably what most people are going to be rocking, especially with most of my builds, even if it's a girl or a woman, like this hairstyle is just top tier. Now, facial hair, this actually suits his face a lot, just the pure... You know, just the mustache by itself, but you can always add facial hair for him too. I mean, it does suit his face. If you want to add facial hair, then sure, go ahead and go for it. It would definitely suit his face. You can even go for something like this, or something like a little stubble, and then go for the mustache. So look very good. This is quite similar to what I rock in real life. Obviously, my mustache isn't that big. I can't grow it that big, but anyways. But yeah, that is it for my male Breton character creation. I do apologize for messing up, but I tried to get through this as fast as I can, and I did this build as quick as I can. But there you go. There you have it. This is my Breton. If you do want to change anything, by all means, let me know what you changed and let me know what you didn't like. I tried to do this as fast as I can because of the mistake that I made, so if I did speak fast, I do apologize. I'm just trying to get through it as quick as I can because I still haven't been able to play this game yet. I've been making nothing but, like, you know, character creations and stuff like that, and I made a mistake, so I had to go ahead and record another one. So yeah, so if it does sound rushed, I do apologize. Here you go, Breton, definite Breton, right? We're 100% sure it is a Breton. Okay, I'm happy. I hope you are too. Anyways, that is it from me. You guys know what to do. Show the love, show the support. Until next time, I'll see you guys later. If you want more, let me know and I'll make more. Take care.